Leave the unpacking to the housekeeper. We are going out for lunch to celebrate the move, so make sure it's all done by the time we get back. My luggage needs to be handled with particular care. Living in a house with a housekeeper and 3 meals a day, including naps, is truly wonderful. The two of them left laughing happily, leaving me frozen in surprise. To them, it seems I was just a mere housekeeper after all. I have endured until now, but I have reached my limit. With me staying silent, their attitude would likely worsen even more from now on. I can't endure a life of being looked down upon and ridiculed forever. If we start living together, it's clear that they will use me even more than before. Now is the time to gather my courage to escape this life. Fortunately, I have an ace up my sleeve that can put Tyler in a tight spot. I felt that now was the only time to take my revenge on them. I'm sorry, there seems to have been a slight mistake. Actually, I decided to use the ace that I had kept secret for a long time. My name is Abby. I live with my husband, Tyler. Both of us are working. I am employed at a major advertising agency, and Tyler works in sales at a small construction company. We have been married for 5 years, and from the early days of our marriage, Tyler was always very considerate and kind to me. When I return home from work, he always greets me with warm words, and every weekend we make sure to go out and eat together, cherishing our time as a couple. However, as the years passed since our marriage, Tyler's behavior began to change gradually. Tyler stopped helping with household chores altogether, and he started to act colder towards me. "Hey, is dinner ready yet? Hurry up. You're really unreliable, you retard." Exhausted from work, Tyler would immediately ask if dinner was ready as soon as he saw me. Tyler had already come home, bathed, and was lying on the sofa in the living room, relaxing and playing on his smartphone. But as soon as I got home, I had to start preparing dinner. Although we are a working couple, no matter how tired I am from working overtime, I am in charge of all the household chores. I work too, you know. Why should I be the only one doing the housework? You could be a bit considerate since you're home first. Housework is your job. Why should I have to do that? Tyler retorts with a grumpy expression. We always end up arguing like this, but no matter how much I ask, Tyler insists that housework is a woman's job. Even though we both work, he always ignores my suggestions that we should share the chores. Tyler might be tired from his job too, but I am just the same. A couple should help each other out where possible. Let's cooperate more. Shut up. Don't talk back to me. Don't get cocky just because you work a bit. You should just listen and do as I say. Don't say that. I am not your housekeeper. If you have a problem, why don't you go somewhere else? No man would want such a cheeky woman, understand? Now go and prepare dinner quickly. I'm hungry. Tyler declared and lay back down on the sofa, starting a game on his smartphone again. Sigh. Why is it always me? Tired but determined, I began preparing dinner. A couple should support each other on a daily basis, but Tyler believes that because he is the man, I should obey as the wife. His way of thinking was very old-fashioned, something that wasn't apparent when we were dating. While many working couples share household duties, Tyler is adamant that housework is a woman's role, no matter how much we both work. No matter how busy I am with work, He insists that a woman should obey her man and perfectly manage the household chores. As I remember the kind Tyler from the past and suffer from being treated like a housekeeper, I long for our happier days to return, enduring my husband's behavior. Then, a call came that Tyler's father, my father-in-law, was taken to the hospital due to poor health. After thorough medical tests at the hospital, advanced cancer was discovered. My father-in-law was hospitalized and began focusing on treatment. After that, visiting my father-in-law in the hospital became part of my routine, squeezing it in between work. Abby, I always appreciate your help. I apologize for the inconvenience amid your busy schedule. No, this is all I can do. While providing support like bringing back laundry, I was mostly concerned about my father-in-law's health. Since marrying Tyler, I had built a good relationship with my father-in-law. The sudden cancer diagnosis was a big shock to me, but I made an effort to act cheerful in front of him. I wish I could repay you for all you're doing for me. I'm visiting because I'm worried about you, father-in-law, so please don't worry about it. My father-in-law always showed gratitude and respect. However, on the other hand, my mother-in-law seemed unhappy with the situation and avoided visiting the hospital because she was busy. Bored at home alone, she frequently imposed herself on me. I just happened to be nearby and stopped by. I'm hungry, so give me something to eat. On a day that was supposed to be a peaceful holiday, my mother-in-law visited without notice. Mother, could you please visit your husband in the hospital even just for a little bit? He seems very down lately. Huh? Ordering me around when you're just a daughter-in-law? You've become quite presumptuous. That's not what I meant. But father-in-law's condition seems to be worsening by the day. Anything could happen suddenly. Despite treatment, my father-in-law's condition had not improved much. While my mother-in-law and Tyler hardly visited his room, father-in-law's condition could deteriorate at any moment. I'm busy too. I'll go when I can. Really, this makes me so angry. My mother-in-law was furious at my words, anger welling up within her. Though she said she would go, she likely would not visit the hospital. My mother-in-law is very lazy and often leaves troublesome matters to others. It's normal to worry when you find out that your longtime spouse is sick, but even while father-in-law was receiving treatment at the hospital, my mother-in-law did not stop her self-centered behavior. She gives strict instructions to others and uses me as a runner, so honestly, I really struggle with her. But as Tyler's mother, I can't just ignore her, and I end up having to comply with her demands. My mother-in-law loves shopping, is extravagant in spending, and has an appearance too flashy for her age. Also, she is very bad at tidying up, and each time I visit the in-laws' home, I see things scattered everywhere. This situation has not changed since the past, and although father-in-law tried to tidy up with her, her disdain for housework remained unimproved, and he eventually had to give up. Perhaps Tyler's insistence that housework is women's work comes from growing up seeing his mother behave like this. Since father-in-law was hospitalized, I have been treated like a housekeeper, not only by my husband but also by my frequently visiting mother-in-law. In addition to my daily work and housework, I need to meet my mother-in-law's unreasonable demands, and I have gradually become exhausted. Seeing my state, Tyler did not offer any help. I'm tired from work, he excuses, trying to escape the hassle. But I am also working. Why must I bear all the burdens alone? As my anger built up, my mother-in-law added insult to injury by saying, "Respect our son more. It's because you neglect housework for your job that Tyler ends up having to take it on. Be aware of your position without slacking off." My mother-in-law is self-centered, adores her only son excessively, and has given me unnecessary advice to prioritize my husband. Just like Mother said, "Let's take this opportunity to properly discipline you. I'm always troubled by your constant objections." Instead of defending me when I was being scolded, Tyler further encouraged my mother-in-law with his remarks. Afterwards, my mother-in-law, seemingly pleased, increased her nagging and sarcasm, pushing me to a mental breaking point. And then, an event that added more difficulty to such harsh days occurred. I'm going on a trip overseas for a while. There's a fashion show of a brand I like. I'll be away for some time. One day, troubled by my mother-in-law's daily visits, she suddenly announced her trip, and a moment of quiet followed. She said she would return a week later, so I thought I could calm my mind during that time. However, one night, when returning from work, I witnessed an unbelievable sight of Tyler. Tyler was sprawled carelessly on the living room sofa, snoring loudly. Approaching, I could smell the strong scent of alcohol around him. Apparently, he had been drinking something on his way home from work. Enjoying such an easy life all by himself? I wonder. While feeling at the limit of my patience, I started cleaning up the suits and bags Tyler had scattered around the living room. Suddenly, I noticed something unusual. "What is this?" As I picked up a crumpled shirt to wash it, a strong scent of perfume wafted up. It was definitely women's perfume, and obviously not the kind I use. The sweet, heavy scent made me feel sick. Not only did the shirt smell, but it also had lipstick marks on it, confirming Tyler had been with another woman. Even if I confronted Tyler, he, with his condescending attitude, would not readily admit to his infidelity. Instead, he would likely get angry and say, "A wife suspecting her husband is unforgivable." My love for him, who took my dedication to the family for granted, had already faded, but today's event made it definitive. I've worked hard for the family all this time. I can't take it anymore. Tears overflowing, I left the living room to wipe them away in the bathroom. The face that reflected back at me from the mirror seemed much older compared to before. Perhaps due to stress, I had lost 10 pounds. The dark circles under my eyes and the hair mixed with white strands made me look much older than my actual age. If I stay silent, I'll just continue to be used as a convenient housekeeper. Dealing with Tyler and his strict mother is very difficult, but I can't endure a life of being used without saying anything. At that moment, I made up my mind. I decided to keep a vow of revenge against Tyler and his mother in my heart. Even though the days of being used by Tyler and his mother continued as before, I decided to wait for the perfect opportunity to thoroughly crush them. During this time, my father-in-law, who had been fighting a long illness, finally passed away. I was prepared for his death since the cancer had metastasized throughout his body, and the doctors had told us there was no hope for recovery, but the grief was still profound. However, neither my mother-in-law nor Tyler understood the gravity of the situation and pushed all the responsibility onto me, leaving me no time to grieve. After arranging everything from my father-in-law's funeral to the wake and the burial, my mother-in-law, who had suddenly visited our house as usual, said something astonishing. "Now that my husband has passed away, I'll be living here from today. Please take care of me." Next to her, a large suitcase made it clear that her words were no joke. Faced with her sudden declaration of moving in, I protested. "You can't just decide this all of a sudden. I wasn't informed." "It was my decision." "Do you have a problem with that?" Tyler responded defiantly, alongside his mother. "Why is he so self-centered?" My head spun with anger. "Of course I have a problem. Why wouldn't you discuss such an important matter beforehand?" I yelled. Tyler completely ignored my opinion and had unilaterally decided to live with his mother. I couldn't stay silent about such a decision. "Why should I need your approval?" "It's already decided," he said. "That's too selfish. If Mom comes, she can help with the housework you've been slacking on. That's a good thing," Tyler said, smirking, but I knew my mother-in-law would never actually help with the chores. "Oh, the movers will be here soon. Hurry up and carry in my luggage. It would be terrible if something happened," my mother-in-law said. "Leave the unpacking to the housekeeper. We are going out for lunch to celebrate the move, so make sure it's all done by the time we get back. I especially want my luggage to be handled carefully. It's really wonderful to be able to live in a home with a housekeeper, complete with 3 meals and naps." The two of them left laughing happily, leaving me frozen in surprise. To them, it seems I was just a mere housekeeper after all. I have endured until now, but I have reached my limit. With me staying silent, their attitude will likely worsen even more from now on. I can't endure a life of being looked down upon and ridiculed forever. If we start living together, it's clear that they will use me even more than before. Now is the time to gather my courage to escape this life. Fortunately, I have an ace up my sleeve that can put Tyler in a tight spot. I felt that now was the only time to take my revenge on them. "Hello, I've come to deliver your moving boxes. Are you home?" After a while, the moving truck arrived. Looking at the truck bed, it was stacked with boxes of my mother-in-law's belongings. Seeing this, I came up with a plan. "I'm sorry, there seems to have been a slight mistake. Actually, I made a special request to the driver to prepare for Tyler and his mother's unpacking to go smoothly. When they returned home, they would surely be furious." As the plan was set in motion, I smiled secretly, left alone in the house. Hours later, when the two returned home and found me relaxing in the living room, they looked furious. "Welcome home," I said. "Why are you so relaxed when you haven't even unpacked?" Tyler said. "What? The luggage?" "I've already put everything away," I replied. "Don't lie. There's no way you could have finished unpacking so much stuff so quickly," Tyler yelled. "Wait, I can't find the luggage in the house. What's going on? Where is my stuff?" my mother-in-law screamed in surprise. That's what I said. I've put away all the luggage. At your lover's house, I calmly responded. What are you talking about? Tyler exclaimed in shock. There's no need to play dumb. I hired a detective to investigate you. You're cheating, aren't you? I declared. I had secretly hired a detective to monitor Tyler, suspecting his infidelity. According to the investigation, it was clear that Tyler was unfaithful. On nights he claimed to be busy at work, and doing overtime he was actually meeting his lover. I don't understand what you're saying. Don't change the subject. Tell me where my mother's luggage is. Tyler pressed on. That's why I said, it's at your lover's house. The moving company got it wrong and delivered here, so I told them to take it to the correct address. I calmly answered. The information gathered by the detective included everything about his lover. I had all her details: the age of the woman, information about the family she lived with, and even her address. Thus, I deliberately had my mother-in-law's belongings sent to this woman's house. Why would you do something like that? Tyler faltered, his face turning pale. Just confronting you about the affair seemed too bland. Have you forgotten how little you've regarded me? Moreover, my revenge doesn't end with just the luggage. I continued. What else is there? Tyler asked nervously as I presented him with a photograph. It was a photo provided by the detective, capturing Tyler walking arm in arm with an unfamiliar woman, clear evidence of his infidelity. How about this? This is clear evidence of your affair. With this, I can demand compensation from both you and that woman, I stated firmly. Taking pictures like that is sneaky, Tyler retorted. Who's the sneaky one? Leaving everything to me while you cheat behind my back. There's no greater betrayal, I told him. That's ridiculous. What are you so upset about? You feel unattractive as a woman, so you're caught up in such delusions. The affair is completely unfounded. You're free to deny it. But what about the reaction from your workplace? What? You told my workplace? Why would you do that? The photographs capturing the affair had been obtained by the detective and sent to Tyler's workplace as well. Yes, I did. Because your workplace isn't unrelated to this matter. Did you know your lover is the boss's wife? I added a note that infidelity is rampant in your company, wondering what you've been up to with the boss's wife. If it gets out, your position is done for, I pointed out. Faced with the undeniable evidence, Tyler was at a loss for words. It's your fault. You don't understand your role as a wife. It's only natural that Tyler would have an affair. My mother-in-law shouted, defending him. If that's your logic, why don't you say the same thing at your lover's house? His boss would be quite interested to hear it. He'll probably be furious, though. As I said this, my mother-in-law fell silent and looked down. What have you done? My life is over. That's your own fault, isn't it? Messing with the boss's wife. If it gets out, you won't get off easily. After hearing that, Tyler's face rapidly turned pale. This is no joke. Return my precious luggage immediately. It contains many valuable branded items. Similarly, his mother turned red with anger upon learning that her belongings were in the hands of a stranger. She yelled at me to go and retrieve the luggage from the lover's house immediately, but I had no intention of doing so. No, thank you. If it's so important, you shouldn't rely on Slow Me but go and fetch it yourself. Why don't you say you're Tyler's mother and visit her?" How could this happen? His mother fell silent. Overwhelmed by the shock, she collapsed right there. Usually so aggressive and assertive, she was this fragile when faced with criticism. Eventually, she started to cry. Just then, Tyler's phone suddenly rang. His boss's name appeared on the screen, and Tyler hesitated but answered the call. "I suppose you understand why you are receiving this call from me. This is unforgivable. You are fired immediately." The boss's voice came through. "This can't be. Sir, this is all a misunderstanding. Please listen to me," Tyler pleaded desperately. Tyler tried desperately to justify himself to his boss, but it seemed that the termination was confirmed, and the call soon ended. Shocked by the loss of his job, Tyler momentarily lost his words, then began furiously blaming me. "I will never forgive you. We're getting a divorce. Get out of this house immediately. No, you are the ones who will leave." "What are you talking about? This is Tyler's house, isn't it?" "What are you talking about? I am the one paying for this house's mortgage." "That can't be. Are you lying? Why would you be paying the mortgage?" Unaware that the apartment was not in her son's name, his mother was astonished to learn this fact. At the beginning of our marriage, it was decided that I, who earned more, would pay the mortgage, something his mother did not know. "Unfortunately, I earn more than your son." Lately, since Tyler did not do any housework, I had been unable to concentrate on my work, yet my salary was still higher than Tyler's. "I have no intention of living in this house any longer. I plan to pay off the mortgage early and sell the house. You are welcome to buy this house if you want. Oh, but that might be difficult for you now that you're unemployed." In my words, his mother contorted her face in anger. "I've had enough. I'm going back to my own home. I don't need this place." "Oh, that's not possible. Demolition has already started there." "What? Demolition? What are you talking about?" My mother-in-law raised her voice in surprise. "After you moved into our house, I requested the demolition. It's already a vacant lot now, unfortunately," I explained. My mother-in-law began to tremble with rage. "How could you do such a thing? I'm calling the police." "Please do. But it will be you who ends up embarrassed. That property has been legally transferred from your husband's to my name," I calmly replied. "What? How could it pass me by and end up in your name?" My father-in-law, during his lifetime, had said many times that I was the only reliable family member he could depend on. I had declined his offers repeatedly, but after he passed away, the will that was found stated that he had left the house and land rights to me. It was natural his mother didn't know this fact. Unbelievable. Why would he leave his estate to his daughter-in-law? I cared for my father-in-law not to gain anything, but unlike you, who hardly ever came to look after him, why would he want to leave anything to you? This is unforgivable. What are we supposed to do now? We don't even have a home in this situation. That is something you brought upon yourselves. You're free to go wherever you like. Wait. I didn't mean what I said earlier about leaving. You can't be serious about us leaving, right? What are you talking about? I am serious. Hurry up and pack your stuff. It's convenient for me too, as I won't have to pack for your mother. Both of you can go to your boss's house to retrieve them." As I said this, Tyler and his mother slumped their shoulders in defeat. Afterwards, I pursued legal action through a lawyer and demanded compensation from Tyler and his mistress. Due to the existence of infidelity photos, the lover was divorced by her spouse. Then, I presented Tyler with divorce papers and demanded that he sign them. However, Tyler begged for forgiveness while crying, asking for another chance. "I'm truly sorry. I will change my ways from now on. Please reconsider the divorce. It's only now in this situation that I realize I can't think of anyone but you." Tyler was apologizing like mad. Despite showing such a humble attitude, it seemed he was only superficially regretful, fearing the inconvenience of being unemployed and homeless and being the one to bring up divorce. I had no intention of continuing our life together as if nothing had happened. "No, thank you. You're probably not truly remorseful, are you? From now on, live with your own mother. I don't want any more involvement with you," I firmly refused. Despite his reluctance, when I threatened to increase the compensation for the affair if he did not agree to divorce, he finally signed the divorce papers. As a result, he and his mother reluctantly moved into a small, cheap apartment. After being fired from the company, Tyler started job hunting, but without success. The main reason was that the husband of his lover, his former boss, put pressure on the entire industry, making it known that Tyler should be avoided for employment. Eventually, Tyler had to engage in temporary manual labor dispatch work to earn an income, but having no experience working outdoors before, he was criticized by his co-workers for being useless. Due to financial difficulties, his mother had to let go of her branded items, and the shock gradually advanced her symptoms of dementia. Recently, she has begun wandering at night, and I hear Tyler is under considerable stress caring for her. As for myself, after letting go of the past residence, I found a new rental apartment closer to my company. In this new environment, I decided to revitalize my life, overcome the distress of divorce, and focus on my work, which had been affected by household chores. My performance at work has improved, and the possibility of promotion is becoming a reality. Looking in the mirror, the haggard reflection of myself from the time spent with Tyler has disappeared, replaced by a new self filled with motivation. Continuing life with Tyler and his mother would have made the current situation impossible. Grateful for the opportunity given by my father-in-law, I am immersed in my work today. Several months have passed since my divorce from Tyler, and I have been recognized at work and promoted to a new position. My salary has increased, and I am enjoying a comfortable life living alone. Though I intended to keep a distance from romance for a while, I recently started dating a man introduced by a friend. Unlike my ex-husband Tyler, this new partner naturally handles daily chores, including cooking. Being unable to do household chores is embarrassing as an adult, he points out. I am truly grateful to have met someone independent, not as a comparison to Tyler. Currently, I am living together with him, and we are considering marriage in the future. Having once failed in marriage, this experience fortunately helped me find a wonderful partner. Going forward, I aim to lead a fulfilling life together with him,